So it's day 5 of our 12 Days of Pilates challenge, and I just showed the video of what I refer to as the Fab Five, which is the 5 abdominal exercises. Single leg stretch is what's shown in our classical repertoire, but we've added to it. So there are a couple of modifications for these exercises. I'm going to show you modifications. However, advancement options really, the only way to advance it is to hold weight or maybe put ankle weights on. So the movement itself doesn't really get any harder than what you're already doing. However, we can make it easier. So let's start with the single leg stretch. So if you were coming out of the rolling like a ball position, classical version rocks back to come down into it, which keeps your chest a little bit higher. Let's say you, and you would stay here and do your 5. But let's say you don't want to keep the chest lifted the whole time. We could start here and just work on knee lifts and progressing the knee lifts to maybe just the leg version, and then eventually bring the head up. So you can progress into this position. You do not have to start with the head lifted. Same goes for double straight leg stretch. You can work on bringing both knees into tabletop position and just working on double toe taps, down and up. Maybe you decide to do the arms with that moving in opposition, but you still haven't lifted your head. That's totally fine. Eventually we'll work to the full expression of the movement where we come into this little ball position. Inhale to stretch open, exhale to come in. So the same progression works for our straight leg version. Right leg goes up, maybe the left leg stays where it is. Maybe it stays straight on the mat, whatever it is. And then maybe we lower down and lift the other side. We could do that with this knee bent or straight. Eventually we work into scissoring the legs where they pass through the center. And then of course, adding the head and chest lifting is optional as you progress. So then we do that with both legs, keeping the head down. Honestly, going down with the legs is the hardest part. So maybe we just start working on straightening our legs, going from tabletop to straight legs. That's a lot of abdominal control. Eventually, once you feel confident here, you could just barely lower and lift. It does not have to be big. Progressing that lower and lift as much as you can while keeping the chest down, and eventually adding the head and chest lift is going to let you go lower with the legs. And to finish up, we've got crisscross. We could start laying down, lifting up to go across. So you only have one leg in the air at the time. And then once you feel confident with that, there really isn't an option to keep your head down if you're trying to target the obliques, just saying. You could omit this exercise altogether, or you could progress into the full version where you have both legs in the air and we switch. So those are your options for progressions, more so than advancements, because like I said, it's already pretty tough. Let me know what you think.